Buckle up. This is where speed meets the future. Welcome to the all-new motor frame. Don't forget to hit subscribe.
Look at this car and ask yourself a question. Why would anyone in India spend 62.9 lakh rupees on a tiny two-door convertible? We're going to answer that today by looking past the spec sheet and into the market psychology and lifestyle positioning driving this specific purchase. Mini India just launched the Convertible Stardust edition. It's a highly limited run model, arriving with an ex-showroom price starting at 62.90 lakh. This introduces a massive contradiction. We live in a market absolutely obsessed with maximum cabin space and tall ground clearance, so we have to figure out why a brand would drop a premium, highly impractical lifestyle car right into the middle of it. Normally, an Indian luxury buyer with 65 lakh rupees to spend walks into a dealership looking for a large, imposing SUV. They want road presence, high seating, and the ability to ignore potholes. Convertibles, on the other hand, barely exist on our roads. They are complete anomalies. That makes the Stardust Edition an outlier from the moment it leaves the showroom. Take a look at this decision matrix. On the left side, we have rational, practical choices. On the right, pure driving emotion. The Mini sits almost entirely off the chart on the extreme right edge. To actually sign the check for this car, a buyer has to throw standard rational market norms out the window and prioritize personal gratification above all else. The sheer cost of this vehicle comes down to how it gets here. The Stardust Edition arrives via the CBU, or completely built unit route. It is imported fully assembled. That import status carries heavy taxation. A massive portion of that 62.9 lakh sticker price goes directly to the government, inflating the cost far beyond what you'd pay for a locally assembled car. To soften that financial blow, Mini leans hard into unique design details: exclusive sparkling copper gray paint, champagne scattered detailing, and a signature circular OLED display. Mapped on this quadrant chart, a standard 65 lakh SUV sits low on effort to own and emotional reward. The Mini pushes into the top right. It scores maximum for visual exclusivity and prestige, but requires a massive sacrifice in physical footprint and practical features. Ultimately, that 62.90 lakh sticker price secures an exclusive club membership and a guarantee of instant roadside attention. The core appeal is the romantic promise of the convertible lifestyle. The electronic soft top folds away entirely in 18 seconds, exposing the open sky. The roof itself is a heritage statement piece, featuring woven Union Jack graphics across the canvas. But we have to talk about the geographical reality. The Indian urban environment is actively hostile to the open-top dream. Dropping the roof in a Tier 1 city exposes you directly to extreme summer heat, severe dust, and heavy exhaust pollution. Then there is the social infrastructure. Crawling at 10 kilometers an hour in gridlocked traffic with the roof down invites staring crowds and completely kills any sense of freedom. Mini actually built in a compromise for this. You can partially open the roof to a length of 40 centimeters, acting as a large sunroof regardless of your driving speed. The ultimate emotional reward of fully open-top driving is restricted to very specific times of day, like an early Sunday morning, on very specific roads. It is a highly conditional joy, not a daily feature. Under the hood, this relies on a 2.0-liter four-cylinder turbo petrol engine. It pushes 204 brake horsepower and sprints from 0 to 100 in 6.9 seconds. The handling is defined by Mini's go-kart experience mode. The chassis makes the car feel deeply connected to the asphalt, responding instantly to steering inputs. The immediate trade-off for that dynamic, razor-sharp handling is a noticeably stiffer ride. You will feel the impact of broken, unpredictable Indian tarmac. You also sacrifice nearly all interior utility. The rear seats are practically unusable for adults, and when the top is open, your luggage capacity shrinks to just 160 liters. If you buy a traditional luxury sedan at this price, you get a plush, isolated ride designed to hide the road from the passengers. The Stardust Edition's engineering is entirely selfish. It actively penalizes passenger comfort and practical utility in order to maximize the driver's emotional thrill. This brings us back to the core question. Are you buying a mode of transportation, or are you buying an identity? Evaluating this car on logical metrics, like rear legroom or the 215-liter closed boot space, misses the point of why it exists. The Stardust Edition serves as a projection of disposable wealth, a carefree lifestyle, and a deep appreciation for heritage design. Choosing it is a rebellion against the traditional, highly practical Indian automotive mindset, where value is measured by size. The Stardust Edition is ultimately a wearable accessory and a weekend toy. It is not meant to be a primary tool for mobility. Let's check if this belongs in your driveway. Avoid it if you need a primary vehicle, soft suspension, or logical value. Buy it if you own a daily SUV, want an emotional escape, and will pay a premium for exclusivity. That 62.9 lakh price tag is the required entry fee for a highly visible, very specific lifestyle club. Understanding the logic behind these niche launches helps you decide if you're the specific person this car was actually built for. The existence of a limited-run convertible like this shows there's now a clear, dedicated space in the Indian landscape for drivers who prioritize a specific feeling over every other metric.
This video. And subscribe to the channel for more.